Have you ever felt like you're spinning your wheels, working hard, but really not getting anywhere? Well, what if I told you that there's one mindset shift that can help you break free from the frustration and finally start seeing progress? Welcome to my Success Coach podcast. I'm your host, Brian Robinson, and I'm here to help you gain clarity, take focused action, and grow both personally and professionally. Today, we're going to tackle something that I know many of you have felt: how to stay consistent when you feel stuck. Whether it's in your career, personal goals, or your business, getting stuck can feel overwhelming, like you're carrying a weight that you can't shake. But I promise by the end of this episode, you'll have a process that'll help you feel lighter, clear, and ready to take action. This episode is for you if you've been spinning your wheels but feel like you're not moving forward. It's also for you if you've set goals but struggled to stick with them when life gets busy. It's also for you if you want to build momentum but aren't sure where to start. Does this sound familiar? Then stay with me because we're going to unpack this together. And by the end of this episode, you're going to understand why staying consistent feels so hard. You also learn simple strategies to overcome mental barriers holding you back. And you'll walk away with clear, actionable steps to start moving forward today. Let's start with a quote that I feel like perfectly sets the stage for today's topic. The quote is: "Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out." Robert Collier. This reminds me that consistency doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. If you've been feeling stuck, the problem isn't that you lack ability, it's that you may not have clarity on the right small actions to take. And that's what we're going to solve today. So let's dive in. Today, we're talking about why consistency feels so hard and how to break through the mental blocks that keep you from building the momentum that you need. So, point number one is get clear on your why. When you're feeling stuck, it's often because you've lost connection with your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? Without a clear purpose, it's easy to lose motivation. And if you're like me, sometimes I start with a who. Who do I need to go serve? And what are my gifts? Who am I? And who do I need to go take my gifting to so I can serve? And because I don't want to let people down, my who gives me my why. Does that make sense? Next is here's some actionable steps that you can take in order to put this into place. Take 10 minutes to journal about your bigger why. What drives you? Why does this goal matter to you? Write it down and place it somewhere, well, where you'll see it daily, whether it's on your desk or your bathroom mirror, or you can even save it as your phone background. And then create a one sentence purpose statement that reminds you of your mission. Here's some coaching questions or journal prompts that you can use to get you thinking on this. Why did you set this goal to begin with? How does this goal align with your long term vision? Let's kind of move on to point two, which is start small and stay consistent. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is people trying to overhaul everything at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, start small and focus on building momentum one step at a time. Here's some actionable steps to help you with that. Choose one small action that you can take today, just one. Then set a timer for 15 or 30 minutes and commit to that action. Then celebrate small wins, no matter how small they feel. Here's what's important about celebrating small wins. When you celebrate small wins, you have no time to think about all the negative stuff, right? Celebration helps you get excited and helps you with the momentum towards your bigger long-term goal. Here's some coaching questions and journal prompts for you. What's one small step that you can take today that moves you forward? What's holding you back from celebrating the progress that you've made already? So let's move on to point number three, which is manage your mindset. Consistency isn't just about action, it's about what's happening in your head. Self doubt, perfectionism, and fear of failure are the biggest consistency killers. Here's some actionable steps. Identify one negative thought that's keeping you stuck. Next, reframe it. For example, instead of saying, I'll never get this right, try every step I take is getting me closer. Then practice gratitude daily to shift your focus to what's working instead of what's not. Here's some coaching questions and journal prompts to help you with this. What's one belief about yourself that you need to let go of? How can you remind yourself daily of your progress and your strengths? Let me share a personal story why I created this episode. I remember a time when I felt completely stuck in my business. And even before that, I was stuck in my life. I had all these big dreams, but no clear path to achieve any of them. So every day I felt like I was running in circles. Then I decided to try something new. I wrote down my who, which led me to my why, and then focused on one small action every day. Just 30 minutes. That's all I would take on that one action. At first, it felt insignificant. I'm like, really? Is this really going to do anything? But I had to try something. And over time, those 30 minutes added up to real progress. Now, looking back, it wasn't about the big leaps. It was about showing up consistently, even when I didn't feel like it. So let's go ahead and recap. What we talked about today, we talked about get clear on your why to reignite your motivation. We also talked about start small and stay consistent to build momentum. And then manage your mindset to overcome the mental blocks that keep you stuck. These strategies might seem simple, but when you apply them daily, they can create transformational results. If this episode resonated with you, let's take it further. If you need to get clear on anything to get you started, but especially your who or your why, click the link in the description to apply to coach with me. And the first conversation that we'll have is to see if we're a good fit. And then after that, we can move forward and get you some momentum, get you some action, and get you closer to get you unstuck, get you closer to what you really want out of your life. You can also join the Unstoppable email community for more tools and insights to keep you moving forward. I send an email out every Monday, and it's a really good read, and it'll get you thinking so that you can move forward. And hey, if you know someone who's been struggling to stay consistent, share this episode with them. Let's help as many people as we can find clarity, start taking action. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I appreciate you and the effort you're putting into your growth. You're making the world a better place. Until next time, keep finding your path.